QDN, Queenslanders with Disability Network. Nothing about us without us. QDN News, July 2022, Week 1. QDN acknowledges the traditional owners of the land that they meet on and pay their respect to elders both past, present and future.
Hello to everybody, and it's great to be connecting with you all in this week, which is NAIDOC week. So I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which I am, the Yaga and the Turrbal people. And I think to acknowledge the theme of NAIDOC week this week, which is get up, stand up and show up. And I think it's really important that we acknowledge and celebrate those in our disability community who are Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders who have led and driven change for people with disability and also in our broader community. So it's been a busy couple of weeks here at QDN, so I got lots of news and things to let you know about. The Disability Reform Ministers meeting was held on the 17th of June. That's the meeting with the Commonwealth and State and Territory Disability Ministers. So at that meeting, Minister Bill Shorten led the conversation about what those priorities are and what the key things are that he wants to work on as the new minister. So check out the communique from that meeting and that forum. QDN's also recently held a taxi forum. So we're finalising that report, and it was great to have over 70 people with disability at that forum to talk about the issues and also the solutions. So stay tuned for that report. We also recently held a visioning forum for the Olympics and Paralympics and had a great turnout with over 80 people with disability who came together to share their vision and ideas for the Olympics and the Paralympic Games, as well as the important work that needs to happen around the legacy of those games so that it does make a difference in the lives of Queenslanders with disability. So again, stay tuned, that report will be released soon. Last Thursday, we had over 50 people with disability as our local champions of the Targeted Outreach Project, as well as community and government representatives to come together as a reflection of the Targeted Outreach Project, the work that's happened, what's worked well, and what needs to happen going forward to ensure that people with disability who are more vulnerable and marginalised and are connected to some of those service systems like the criminal justice system and child safety and living in homelessness and housing, that they get their needs met and supported well around NDIS access. In the coming weeks, we will be launching Q Bloggers. We've got a group of engaged and enthusiastic QDN members who have put their hand up to help contribute to content from the lived experience of people with disability about key issues for people with disability. So stay tuned to that. It'll be written content, we'll have podcasts and videos around the issues that are most important on the agenda at the moment. We know that COVID, and the Chief Health Officer and Minister have been talking about the new third wave of COVID, and that the numbers are high for infections in our community as well as people in hospitals. So I encourage everybody to make sure that you have your COVID plan, connect with your general practitioner around what needs to happen for you if you get COVID, and make sure you have those things in place. It's also been really busy around the policy space, and people may have seen that the new census data has come out. So there's some information on the website around what that means and what's in there around disability. The Women's Safety and Justice Task Force have just released their second report, Hear Her Voice. There's 188 recommendations in that, and we'll put some updates around that, but there's a link to that new report also on our website. The Queensland Government is launching some community awareness campaign addressing domestic and family violence and the impacts for people with disability and how people can help. And so there's some great videos. You might recognise some QDN members in those videos. So I encourage you to have a look at those. The NDIS has released the new price guide, so check that out. There's also a lot of work happening around co-design, and there's a lot of key areas and focus like home and living, participant safety, and a range of other areas. So I encourage you to jump on and have a look at what they're doing and how you might get involved. The NDIS has also recently launched Participant First, which is a way for participants, families, and others in the sector to get engaged who want to have a say and want to have input into how change happens and what works well. So again, there's a link to Participant First if you want to get involved. Some of the engagements are paid, some are not. So I think you get a weekly email and update around what opportunities there are that you might like to get involved in. So have a look at that. The Disability Standards for Accessible Public Transport consultation is still currently open. That closes on the 9th of August. So I encourage people who want to have a say or make a submission about that to either get in contact with QDN, or you can make your own submission and click on the links. And QDN recently has made a response to the National Disability Advocacy Framework review, and we'll have that up on our website soon. The transport draft bill around the motorised mobility aid devices and some changes there that they're making to speed, weight limits, and also around compulsory third-party insurance. So yeah, please check that out. And finally, the Queensland Corrective Services is looking at their disability and mental health strategy for 2022 to 2027. And we've provided a response to that, and there's some links to their discussion paper if you're interested. It was great at our targeted outreach workshop that Minister Crawford was able to open the forum and give an update and overview of the project and the work that's been undertaken. So I encourage you to check out that video and click on the link about what the Minister had to say about the work. So thank you, everybody. There's lots of news and lots of things happening there. Thanks. Bye.
For more QDN resources on COVID-19, head to www.qdn.org.au. If there are any issues you want discussed, please contact us, either by email qdn@qdn.org.au or by phone 1300 363 783.